Screens let the magic unfold, listening and healing as stories are told. Come on, come on, this is your time. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. Podcast where hearts unite, sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. With laughter and love, we break down the walls. No topics too tough, just heed the calls. From mental health woes to justice we seek. Together we rise for the strong and the meek. A safe space for all, let's lift every voice. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. In a circle podcast where love is well known.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our wonderful, committed, dedicated audience out there. Today is Thursday, June 12th. I gotta catch myself saying that because in America, man, the months and the days runs like hell. You know, you wondering is that where did the year go, right? It's like 2025 already in the middle. But tonight, is a special edition, open mic. Anything you got on your mind, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. My man, myself here tonight in studio, coming at you, the Inner Circle Podcast, the fastest growing platform in the diaspora, right? We focus on the diaspora, whatever it is that we're covering, these United States, North America, whatever is happening here, man, that's our focus and stuff like that. So, but tonight, just a special open mic edition, right? Discussing anything and everything. Anything and everything. That's what it is about. Anything and everything. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, but thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Abe Kamara. And tonight, I'm joined by a special dude. You know, this doing myself. So special anyway. But hey, Titus, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for hosting me tonight. Glad to be here to kick it with you, man. You know, open mic. I look forward to it. There's a lot to be happening, a lot of stuff that we need to catch up on. You know, it's only right that we come out here and kick it, you know. Hopefully, to our people who are watching, will chime in tonight. We'll be able to get some talking points from them tonight as well. You know, come in, join the conversation tonight. But thanks, Ed.
Definitely, man. As I said, tonight's open man, no special topic, but just to throw out there, right? Tonight we should have had a special guest, representing Nikita Ricks. You know, she's a Liberian American, so still representing Colorado. But she had a conflict and she decided, hey, I'm gonna be with you guys next week, Thursday.
Okay.
So we decided today, just gonna be an open mic, discuss anything and everything. And so my man, myself, and as he said, right, it's up to you as well to join us. Anything you got on your mind, man. Everything goes here tonight. Everything and anything goes, right? We'll let you have the flow. We'll let you flow. No restriction. Anything and everything goes. But before we get into that, right? As I said, it's the fastest growing platform in the diaspora. Okay, so follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I mean, that thing is hot. Everywhere you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It is the only platform all over. Anywhere you want to find Inner Circle Podcast, we are everywhere.
All platforms, man.
Everywhere we are there. So join us, man. Join this platform. And if you're Liberian living in the United States, in North America, Canada, anywhere, man, come join this conversation, man. You know, let us promote what we have going on here in these United States, in North America. You know, so join us. It is a growing platform. You know, we be having some serious discussion. Like yesterday, I had a police director. In Liberia, they call it police director, but in America, it's a police chief, right? Yesterday, I had a police chief over here, discussing about, it's a it's a summer months, right? Discussing about violence or gun violence or whatever. But so tonight, man, as I said, my man myself is a special open mic edition. But Titus, man, what's on your mind? I got a lot on my mind, but what's on your mind? First of all, to start with, what's on your
I
mind?
know. When you talk about the different activities that be happening in all these different states,
Yeah.
where Liberians are. A couple of my junior brothers just returned from Philly last
Mm,
week and this week,
mm,
and they hosted what was it? Counted meet out there.
mm,
Yeah, there was a
mm.
counted meet out there.
Yeah.
So a couple of the guys from here went over there. It was fun. They represented a couple of the counties.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Some of the feedback that I got was they feel like the community in Pennsylvania of or Philly
Yeah.
was not really in tune with the soccer community over there. You know how it be popping here.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
get that. They didn't get that energy. They didn't feel like the love came out in the
Yeah.
city of brotherly love.
Damn.
They didn't feel like the love came out from the community to just support whatever that's happening around soccer in Philly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
coming straight to your, right now, Sidiki, Jabez, you guys are out there, man. Y'all holding the ground. What's going on?
I'll ask my
What's
brother.
going
I'll ask
on?
my brother. Just after that, though, I got one of my mean men down there. He's a brother. My brother. I think you met you when Ife last time. Hey, Q, what's up, man? Fitty should be popping.
Yeah,
I love Fitty. Fitty
yeah,
be popping though. What's up, man? You guys should come out and support
you
soccer,
know,
football. I mean, come on, you guys should come out. You guys,
yeah,
everything
man,
else is only Fitty. You go right. They got all these spot. Bomber Bridge. You know what I mean?
man.
All
Beaumont
the
Bridge,
different all these
Beaumont Bridge
different
was lit.
different spot. They got Bomber Bridge. They got this. I said, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Bomber Bridge?
They're
Yeah,
bringing LIB over here.
yeah, they bring LRB to Philly. It's
Philly is
Philly is where
lit.
they are bringing LRB, no doubt. Philly is where they bring LRB. And then one thing I love about Philly, man, is that Minnesota is the best state in the union when it comes to the diaspora, right? For Liberians, even
Mhm.
the African community, right? I think Minnesota is the best place. But the
I
one
believe
thing I
that
love,
too.
the one thing I love about Philly, the one thing I love about Philly, okay, you party all night, man. It's a place. There's a
Man,
couple
we
of
couldn't
spots.
hang. We couldn't hang
There's
there.
a couple of spots. It doesn't end. The party doesn't end. If you see you're
After
not tired,
party,
feeling not tired with you, right? Is that
man,
you're gonna be enjoying yourself all night. Is a party after. It's what you got
party after party,
after party, and after party. It's
after
still funny.
party.
Damn, you guys don't sleep or what? You gotta get
Don't
tired, but
sleep.
Philly doesn't get tired. That's what I love about Philly. So to say that, I mean, the soccer guys wanted to have a county
Yeah,
meet and there
man,
was
y'all
no
gotta show
support.
love to
That's
the
very
soccer
disappointing,
community.
man. That's very disappointing. So
Yeah,
gotta talk to the guys out there. Hey,
you
my
see,
brother, my big brother,
Jerry, right now, Jerry's watching. Jerry
yeah,
Manning,
yeah,
that's one of the doctors down there in Philly. Actually, he was based in New York. It looked like
okay,
he moved out there now,
yeah,
Jerry. When we went to that DJ that time in our backyard to talk to him,
yeah,
Jerry was there. I don't know if you met him, if I introduced y'all. But yeah, it was nice meeting that brother, man. That's my East Coast Connect right there,
okay,
part of that
okay,
East Coast Connect. But yeah, y'all really gotta do something about showing love to the soccer community out there. And when you
yeah,
talk about the chilling, man, we couldn't even keep up because over here in Minnesota, by the time it's like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., we're trying to get in the bed and sleep, bro. But over there, man, it's like after 6 a.m., that's when the minute just started to boil. It's like, bro,
that's what I said, bro.
we
Look,
can
it's
keep up, bro.
first of all, when it comes to chilling, right? When it comes to chilling, it's two cities I know I like to chill, right? Is that when kind of party I like to be into things, but the two cities I've
Mhm.
given up on, ATL
Oh my goodness.
and Philly. These two
Yeah.
cities, man, they don't sleep.
Yeah.
They don't sleep. If you want to party, you're gonna party
All
all
morning.
night.
All morning, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean, from the club to everywhere and stuff like that, man. But it's probably, man. But hey, man, to the city of brotherly love, man. When the guys are coming out there to play soccer, man, support them, man. Do that, man. Do your better support the community,
Yeah.
soccer, and it's our thing, right? I know, but the thing is though, right? When we're there like 2 or 3 weeks ago to play basketball, even though I mean, it's like when it comes to chilling though, right? I think. Philly
Hmm.
is one of the top spot, no doubt.
No,
You
for
know, I
sure.
love it when it comes to chilling. You know, the guys out there, the folks out there be doing their things and stuff like that. But I hope they can, when it comes to the soccer, right, support your folks, man. But what they okay, but Tyler, I'll ask you, why didn't they bring the counter meet to Minnesota? Minnesota is where when it comes to the
So
kind of things, right?
yeah,
It's like
no,
or they want to do rotational stuff. Why didn't they bring
no,
the
for
counter
sure.
meet to Minnesota?
You know, it used to be out here. It used to be out here. They
What
used to
happened?
have really beautiful counter meat out here.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley, Stanley, who used to work alongside William. They used to host that. It used to be really popping, like years, over 10 years ago in Minnesota. But
Okay.
they dropped the ball, and then that's how other soccer activities started popping up and whatever. You started gaining more traction in Minnesota. But what I'm seeing now from the soccer forum here for this July 26th, they're trying to do like a Nations Cup, right? Like eight eight African Nations Cup for the July 26th celebration that will consist of Ghana, Gambia, Nigeria, all these close
Mm-hmm.
West
Mm-hmm.
and East African. So eight of them. So I think that flavor will start coming back gradually, from like Cup of Nations. Then maybe we'll integrate to county meet, because county meet be popping, bro. Everybody be trying to rep their county. I bet you if you hosted a county meet on that Park Center field
Mm-hmm.
where they be doing the July 26th, that place gonna be crowded because Liberian people and their county meet business is not a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're talking about that. That's the plan for July 26th, and we've been kind of having talks for them to bring the county meet back.
So first of all, who are the organizers of the nation, right? Because these things been going on, these things be going on in the
I'll reach
community, they
out.
don't know about it. So yeah, let
Hmm.
them come here, let them come here. As I said, this is hands down, man. There is a platform where you want to be on because you want folks to
Yeah,
know. There's the only platform we are focused exclusively on the diaspora, right? Everything happening in this community is our focus. Everything. So those who are organizing that
yeah,
Nations Cup in Minnesota, tell them and the organizer, man, they need to come on the Inner Circle podcast so they can tell the community, right? Or they can tell folks around the United States. Maybe
yeah.
man, when it comes to things happening in Minnesota, folks want to come down.
Everybody be coming through.
Everybody be coming to
Everybody be coming
the
through.
50 states plus the two territories, man, in
Yeah.
Canada. Everybody want to come through because Minnesota, man, is where things be happening. You come here, man. There's
Thanks.
no there's there's no dull movement. There's no dull movement, as
No,
I said,
that's
though,
for
right?
sure. That's for sure.
Even though sometimes we try to shut it down early, right? When it comes
Yeah,
to that, we
yeah,
need to work on that. We need to work on that. We need
yeah.
to find a basement spot or the after party spot. We need to talk. Right? I mean, like last night, I had a police chief on here. Maybe we need to talk to the city of Broken Park. Give her a spot,
Please.
right? Where, right? Let the city of Broken Park give her a spot, especially the Liberian community or the African immigrant community. Give her a spot where, in like after the party, there can be a party of the after party of the after party. We will make sure there's no noise, right? We'll make sure there's no
Well,
disturbance.
that's a good
We'll
idea.
make yeah, too.
That's a
We
good
gotta build
idea.
relationship though, right? We gotta build relationship, right? And that's what to me, right? This platform is there for, right? Is
That's
that
what
we are
we're
building
doing.
those relationship. We can build a relationship so that hey, because man, as I always tell people, Minnesota is the best state in the union, hands down. If,
Man,
hands
Minnesota,
down, that's my
Minnesota is the
personal
place.
opinion. Yeah,
Minnesota is
you
the
know,
place. Minnesota is
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
the place. But
yeah.
nah,
But yeah,
you
but
just gave me an idea when you talk about the after party spot, and that's
hmm.
one that can really go. So once we get that whole time thing situated with the city, I mean, I think that's an opportunity for inner circle. We're gonna get an event hall or something. Investors, the community, come through. I
Let's
think that's
do
an
it.
I'm
Let's
just
do it.
saying,
Let's do it. Let's
I
do
think
it.
that's an
Look,
opportunity.
we got to
We have our
engage,
people in a
man.
safe spot where they can
Yeah.
ball, because hey, again, over 10 years ago,
Hmm.
parties used to be going like till like 6 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
It was too much activeness happening, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they had a minute started clamping down on the time, like, no, y'all doing too much, stuff like that. But I think my from my observation, just being here over the years,
Mhm.
the population has been growing and growing. You know, people are growing, evolving. People now want to have fun more than they want to go out there and pop off in
Yeah,
places where people are trying to have fun. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
If you got
yeah.
your drama, take it somewhere else. You know,
Exactly.
now we're frowning on people just coming to a place where we're trying to decompress, release some stress, and you can bring all that. Nah, we're not taking that. We're not taking
No.
that in Minnesota now. So they're beginning to be on that stuff. They're calming down. So
Yeah,
I think we have a good argument when it comes to, hey, you know, prolong expand this time for us, man. You know, over the years we're getting some data here. Like we've been doing good, man. Look at the past 5 years. You're not really seeing anything like that from our community.
yeah.
So I think we have a good discussion to have with the city, you know,
Definitely. No, no, I can tell you,
in
man. I
our
can tell you, right? I mean, I think the city
yeah.
is ready. The city will be ready. The city has been flexible. The broken park, right, or the northwest suburb that I knew, as you said, right, a couple of years ago, it's not the same community anymore,
Man,
right? It's like
yeah.
everything has
You know,
changed. There's maturity. Folks are
yeah.
flexible because the community is growing, is becoming what more diverse, right? So even the cops
Mhm,
are on the police, everybody, even the city officials are understanding. Hey,
mhm,
it's like these folks belong here. It's their
mhm.
lifestyle. They gotta do what they
Well,
gotta
yeah.
do, right? Is that yeah,
Mhm.
you can't stop it, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So
Yeah,
so I think, but we need to bring Philly and Atlanta vibe down here, man. If folks don't
absolutely.
sleep. I've gone to some hookah spot in ATL, bro. It's like
It's yeah. They
I
still
had
be
to say
getting ready for club
I
after
have to
12
say,
midnight.
look, man, I had to say, I said, hey, man, I gotta go home. I'm tired.
Man,
They said, oh, and they said, oh, I thought you like to party. I said, no, it's 6 a.m.
bro, they be
I
getting
gotta
ready
go
after
home.
12 midnight for the club. I'm like, what? I'm tired already.
You know, so, yeah, yeah, so that's
I'm
that. But
tired.
yeah, but yes, other thing, man. All serious note, right?
Anybody.
As we first of all, as we have fun here tonight, open mic. Some serious stuff be happening in the world. Man. It's like there's so much going on in the world, right? It's like I
Hmm.
love to travel and I love to fly. And every time I'm traveling, I love to fly, right? It's like the tragic incident that happened today, right, with Air India.
Oh yeah,
242 people on that flight and
man.
241, right, lost their life. I mean, that's very tragic. Our condolences, our prayers. But man, life is so
Certainly.
fragile, as I always tell you guys. And the other thing too, man.
Yep.
242, but one survived. Can you imagine? One person survived, bro. It was not a time to go, right?
What?
200, yeah, 242 folks on that flight. One
One
person,
person.
one person. And guess what? He
Wow.
survived without any major injury. He said,
Wow.
whoa, there wasn't, yeah, this dude, right? It wasn't his time.
Wasn't his time.
It wasn't his time. It's like God got to
Man.
destiny your time to say, man. It was
Man.
imagine 242 people on the flight. Only one person survived.
Only
And they
one
survived
person,
without
bro.
any major injury. So
Like you go
whoa,
out there
dude.
and tell the story. God damn,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that is
That's
something.
deep.
No, but
Yeah, that's
my
deep.
heart goes out to India, man.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Mhm.
That just makes me kind of recollect to it to the this year. I don't know if it's just because it's been publicized a lot more on social media, but it almost seems as if we're having more airline crashes this year out here in the states too. At a certain time, it was just like almost back to back, like week after
Mhm.
week.
Mhm. Mhm.
My heart goes out to all of those families who are
Yeah.
bereaved, and
Yeah.
India for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, you're in
Yeah.
our prayer.
Yeah. Yeah, to the British, I mean to the Indians, our condolences. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's sad for such a thing to happen. I said, I love flying. I love to travel, and when I travel, my
Man,
favorite means of flying, my favorite means of travel is flying. So every time I hear a plane crash, it's
yeah.
very devastating. You
And
know what I
even
mean?
with all that, it's still the safest mode of transportation.
Dude, it's still first of all, right? I'm gonna
Still
say
is.
this. I'm gonna say this, right? And folks must think I'm crazy. There's only two way I want to die, right?
You
on the
want that
two way.
in a air crash?
One, yeah, one in the
This
aircraft. I
man
mean,
crazy, bro.
it's a one time impact, boom,
I'll
boom,
be the
boom,
first to
right?
say you crazy, dog.
It's a one time impact, right? And so they go, and then
Man.
the second one, right? Peacefully in my bed, nothing if I'm sleeping. So that's. I mean, those are the only two ways, right?
Quietly.
Yeah, quietly. You either give me quietly, or you give me boom one
Oh,
time.
in the extreme.
Yeah,
It's the extreme ends.
exactly, exactly,
Nothing in the
exactly.
middle.
Nothing, nothing, nothing. Because here, man, there's no survival. Right? As I said, it's shocking that one person survived, from such a tragic incident, stuff
Yeah,
like that, right?
yeah.
It's like, but
That's
yeah,
almost unbelievable, man.
yeah.
That's
But it wasn't his
unbelievable,
time.
bro.
Yeah. So, folks, we're just getting started here. It's a special open mic edition. Anything you have on your mind tonight, anything
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
right? Yeah,
Anything you want us to be
contribute.
talking about here tonight,
Yeah,
go ahead and comment.
contribute, and also call our number 952-594-5154 or put a comment in the chat. The other thing though, Tyrus, man, is like, my man Peterson and myself talk about this on Tuesday. But this coming Sunday is Father's Day. It's Father's Day, right? It's
Yeah.
Father's Day, man. It's like, as a father, what are you looking forward to? I mean, the thing I get, the problem I have with these females out here, man, is like
You know
Mother's
what?
Day come, we all be trying to get them special gifts, trying to do them stuff. Father's Day come, everywhere is quiet, right? Sunday is
Yeah.
Father's Day, someone that don't be doing nothing. Someone says that they be giving us trying to, I mean, they be trying to play box us or to go to course or to take us to the restaurant. No,
Boxers and
dude, I don't.
socks. Get that out of here, man.
Yeah, Hey, and first of all, right, and shout out to my get patients, man. Shout out to our get patients, right? Shout out to you. That's what
Patience.
they say. Shout out to you, patient. Enjoy yourself,
Shout
right?
out,
Shout out to you.
patience.
Yeah. But what do you have to say about that, though, man? Father's Day. What? How come we don't get any love?
Yo, let me tell you what excited me recently about Father's Day. So I was at work and the little man texted me last week? No, top of the week.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
He was like, Dad, what do you want for Father's Day?
mm-hmm,
So when stuff like that happen, I know they're already talking, like the kids are talking, but it was send one person to,
mm-hmm,
the
mm-hmm.
text. I'm like, anything,
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
He was like, okay, bro, that brought so much smile to me. And I've been under the weather like for the past 2 weeks now, but that was really um it was powerful. It was a motivation to me, like, oh, these little dudes over here thinking about daddy. They see you. So, fathers, man, I know we don't get our flowers a lot, you know. I know we will get a lot of flowers when we're in our casket though. I know
That's it.
that's when the world I know that's when the world really want to give us flowers when
Yeah,
when we're in the
yeah,
casket.
yeah,
But I gotta tell every good man out there who's holding it down for your family, doing it for your kids, bro, the kids see you, bro.
yeah.
The discipline that you're instilling into these kids, the love you're
Mhm.
showing them, the memories you're creating with these kids, bro, they see it. You know, even if the madam man, they're like a difficult on giving you your flowers, just know, bro, the seeds that you're planting, bro,
Yeah,
they're gonna
yeah.
come back, bro. They're gonna come back, and these boys, these girls who you're raising, man, to see you and they cherish you in their hearts, man. But that was the highlight of my week. If I gotta tell you, that was the highlight of my week.
So the
I don't
kids,
want to
the
forget
kid.
though. Shout out to Patience for real. She
Yeah.
over there, she got her
Mhm.
king. She's celebrating her king already.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But I mean, the kids can do that though. How come, right? With the fathers, Mothers Day come, we all out there trying to see what special thing can we
yeah,
do? How can we make them special? How can we do
yeah.
this? And then Father's Day kind is all quiet and stuff like that. But do you know my Father's Day wish for gift, right? My kids, man, my kids always come through though, right? It's like, hey, props to them, right? It's like they always want to go all out. They want to go like extra mile. But to all the ladies out there, man,
So,
my Father's Day. You know what I want for Father's Day this
what's
year?
your wish? You want a tattoo?
Exactly, my name.
Yeah, probably the.
Yeah, but hey, what I mean, and stuff like that. So hey, I want to be remembered forever, man. As you said, right? I don't want to
That's
be like
all names on you,
when
man.
I'm there, and then only flowers coming up. What's up with the flowers, right? But when my
Wait,
name is there, you said, damn, this dude was special though.
not going
This
anywhere.
dude was, yeah, he said, yeah. He said, this dude was special. I said, hey man, I don't want to go to a restaurant this year. I don't want to, I don't want boxers. Okay.
Socks.
Yeah. And don't bring me any Macy's or cool stuff. Okay.
Right.
Nah, that stuff is getting old, right? It's like it's like what I want is my name tattoo. Wherever you get a tattoo is up to you, right? But that's my Father's Day request this
Oh
year.
God.
So
So what
yeah,
tattoo?
that's my Father's Day request this year. If you don't have it, no worries. No worries, right? It's like I will be
Make
on
it happy.
yeah,
Make
hey,
it happy.
as I said, that's my Father's Day request, right? It's like,
Make the tattoo happy.
exactly. So that's what I'm requesting, neighbor. That's what I'm requesting, Titus. But that's it there, right? But
That's a
when the
good one.
kids do, the kids will always come through. The kids will come through. That's what they
Yes.
do, right? It's like
Yeah.
they as I was telling my man Peter say when we're doing a Father's Day special on Tuesday, I said
Yeah.
your kids will always notice you what you're doing because that's the only
That's
legacy you have to leave. They will. And the fact that you're spinning that story, you know what I mean? Because they see you. They
yeah.
see you,
They
right?
do.
You might think they don't appreciate you, but damn, they appreciate you.
They do, bro. They see
And
you.
they see you every
They
day. They
really
see you
do.
also. They see you grinding. And
Yeah.
Peterson and I talk about it the last time, man. It's like, dude, just do it. Just
Yes.
just do
Just
what
do
you
it,
gotta
bro.
do as a father. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Just do it.
Right? It's like, don't you know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. So
Speaking of kids, today is one of my
mhm.
boys' birthday.
Okay.
Theo. Today the man turned
Hmm.
old 10.
Dang.
Shout out to Theo, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
man growing
yeah,
power. The
yeah.
last watcher there. The last watcher
Damn.
there.
Damn. Well, that's
The
cool.
old
I
10
mean,
years old now.
you brought up birthdays, right? Someone special.
Oh
Start,
yeah.
yeah, you brought up birthday,
Yeah.
that dude, first of all, this
Yeah.
whole year to be dedicated to this man, man, a doctorate
Absolutely,
degree,
bro.
it's his birthday today. The man, Dr. JD, man, happy birthday to
Yeah.
you, right? Today, I know you
Prof.
turn,
Doctor.
I know you turn 21 today, right? Go and drink that alcohol.
One of the men that refused to hit 50.
Yeah,
Every
the
year
man
he
turn 21, the
45.
man turn
Every
21,
year he 45.
the man turn 21,
Prof.
you know,
Dr. JD Baga. The man
yeah,
birthday is today. Shout out to you. Happy birthday and
yeah,
congratulations, bro.
yeah, yeah,
On your doctoral.
exactly,
that's
yep,
that's heavy.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
that post grad is heavy. So shout out to you. Shout out to our people in the audience tonight. James
yep, yep,
Eder. Shout out to you, my man.
yep.
Fuel. Oh, that's my boy right there from Texas, man. Bro, if you go to Texas, hit up Morovia Lounge
Man,
in
which part of
Dallas.
Texas though? Which part of Texas?
That's the
Dallas
owner.
or
It's Dallas.
Houston? Dallas or Houston?
Dallas.
What's it?
That's
What's the spot called? Mover Lounge?
Morovia Lounge. There's a restaurant. There's a lounge. It's nice, bro. It's really,
Damn,
really. The
damn.
food is
Okay,
great.
okay,
Yes,
okay. I'll hit it
both
up. I'll
people
hit it
out
up.
there holding. He and wife out
Mhm.
there running that spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Really,
Okay.
really, really cool guy. James Eder,
Mm,
what's up? What's up,
yeah,
boss lady? How you
yeah,
doing? Thanks for being here.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's like, oh, Mover Lounge. Tell him I'm coming through.
Monrovia
TX,
Lounge.
yeah,
Yep.
TX is my who. That's my backyard right there.
Oh
Right,
yeah. You
tell him
gotta
I'm
check
coming
it
through.
out.
Right, it's like six. That's one of my favorite
That
places.
spot
That's
is
one of my
cool.
favorite places.
Cool.
So Mobile Lunch. I mean, what's up with all these? As I said, right? Infinity, you go there, they got Burma Bridge, and then now you go, you go, you go Texas. They have what? They have what?
Monrovia
Mobile
Lounge.
Lunch.
Yep.
What's up with that? But hey,
Yeah.
man, no, but but it's joyful though, right? I think it's fun to see that, right? When we are making the diaspora our home, right? We are making it because this is where we live, this is where we pay taxes, this is where we're doing everything. So the fact that you can see there, you got a mobile lounge in Dallas, Texas, and then you got how you call it Beaumont Bridge, in Philadelphia. If you haven't been to Beaumont Bridge, when you get there, the men will ask you say, if you want to drive a kind of Beaumont Bridge, it's like one of the hottest spot, and things like that. But it's fun that they are having these various spot and having these, like various names or mobile names and things like that. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's
man.
fun. It's
Our
fun. It's
people
fun.
they're bringing Liberia over here, man. Bring it
But you
here.
have to. You have to do,
Bring
right?
it
That's where we
here,
live.
bro.
Yeah, you have to, man. This is where we live, right? Hey, kudos to all
Yeah,
those who want to be back and forth, right? Hey, if you want to be in and out, kudos to you. If you want to be, you know what I mean? But we live here, we gotta shout out to all my folks in
gotta
Phoenix,
create that
though, right?
environment, bro.
That's it. We gotta
Gotta
create that environment, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the promoters, man. The promoters gotta do a better job, man. I think these folks are I mean, um the Jimmy Yorks, the Raf,
Hmm.
yeah, the
Hmm.
Raf and stuff like that. They used to do a better job. What's up? Like, not much be going on anymore, right? Have
Yeah.
they retired or what? What's going on, man?
You know
Or
what? I
they
think.
based out in Philly, man. The promoters gotta do a better job, man.
Yeah, bro. I agree with that.
Yeah,
The promoters
yeah.
got it. They gotta step the game up, man. Like Yorkie and them, they used to be popping, bro. I think
Ooh,
Jimmy York them, they used to be popping, man. Ralph them, TC,
what happened, man?
I mean,
What happened to
I
all the
think everybody
promoters?
just kind of just been doing their thing solo now, their own little stuff. Like Jimmy York running his garage now, be
That
popping
garage
over
be
there.
very. Is that? What days that garage be popping though? Because when
I
folks
think
come to Minnesota, ask me where the party at?
I
Where do I
believe
go
it's
to?
I believe it's all weekend. I think York be doing his thing like Friday to Sunday, I believe,
Okay,
all
okay,
weekend. That's like the after party spot.
okay,
Yeah, I know, and I know other folks got their own after party stuff going on, but yeah. I think that's why
okay.
most of these guys they're not really on like mainstream right now with the clubs, but I think this
You
is
see,
money in this business.
but here's the
If
thing though,
they
right? As the older guys leave the state, younger guys got to step up, right?
Yeah, but
I
are
understand,
they
like,
passing the torch though?
huh?
Are they passing the torch to the younger guys? Are they showing them the way?
But
I
I
don't know.
think that's
I'm
one
gonna
of the
try to
things.
bring Jimmy York. Yeah, man. I'll try to
That's
bring
what,
Jimmy.
yeah.
I'll hit
That's one of the
the
things that's one of the things. That's one of the
I'll hit the
disappointment in
dada.
our community, right? We don't like to pass the torch or maybe teach a younger generation, how to step
Mm.
forward, right? We gotta have a succession plan.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't have,
yes,
yeah. There should be a succession plan. Anything we doing, right? You
yeah.
don't have that. You don't have that out here enough. But anyways, But hey, man, shout out to
And
all the
that's just
promoters.
overall, like I don't know,
Yeah,
everything, man.
yeah, yeah. But shout out to
The
all the
next
promoters
generation.
in Minnesota, in Dallas, Texas, Houston,
Sure.
ATL, Philadelphia, New York, Phoenix, man. Shout out to all the promoters. Man. You guys got to do a better job, though, right? It's like the community,
Yeah,
even little Fargo. I know Fargo be popping. That place be
yeah.
busy. It's so tiny, but that place be busy.
They'll be doing their thing.
Iowa, Des
Yeah.
Moines, Iowa. Shout out to the ambassador out there. That will be popping as well. Man, to all the Liberian communities, man. The reason why I love to travel to the United States, boy, oh boy, everywhere is unique, right? Everywhere is so unique. Everywhere got its own unique vibe. You go there, it'll be popping, it be doing your own
Mhm,
thing. You wonder, you say, man, is that, but that's the beauty of this country, man.
mhm,
That's the beauty.
mhm.
But here's the other thing, though, right? The other thing that's been making the news a lot, we are immigrants here. The whole ICE crackdown, it's been kind of
Man,
aggressive crackdown,
that
and
was just on my mind,
now
bro.
the early protests popping up all over. Last night when I had the police chief on here, I asked him, I said, "Will you support protests, peaceful protests in Brooklyn Park?" He said, "Yeah,
Minneapolis.
yeah, yeah, and all those stuff." But what do you make of that, man? It's like, we are immigrants, right? In the day, right? Whatever our political affiliation is, right? Is that at the end of the day, right? It feels like immigrants are under attack. It's been so aggressive and stuff like that. And but what do you make of that? What do you make of all
I,
of these protests and all of
so
these
to
harsh
some
immigration crackdown?
extent, to some
Mm-hmm.
extent, this is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because you
Mm-hmm.
know, well, Jimmy York, welcome Jimmy York. I just saying the link because we're just talking about you. But anyways, it's unfortunate to some extent, because bro, the immigrant community was part of the campaign,
Mm-hmm.
right, for these guys who wanted political power.
Mm-hmm.
They convinced them that hey, when we get this power, we'll make sure your community is safe, you're secured, and you're gonna be protected, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And even though you might be struggling right now to gain status in these states, we're gonna try to give you a pathway. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Um, hey, now These people have assumed power, and everything just flip 360, bro. It's such a betrayal.
Yeah. Okay.
And sadly, bro, folks really do believe politicians. That's why I tell everybody all the time, bro, do not go too deep into this thing. Don't believe so much what
Mm-hmm.
politicians are spilling. They're gonna say make believe stuff so that they can get your votes and get to power.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the
Mm-hmm.
agenda changes, and it's not just them now that's making the decision when they have some power. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the reality of the game. So you're going to see all these different, aggression and resistance. Like LA was like almost like a civil war. It was a
Mm-hmm.
crazy standoff of people not just protesting, but they're really resisting law enforcement out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy, man. But that's just how it goes, Mr. York.
Yeah. Jimmy York, my man, man. I call him man the governor. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. He must have a long history. The governor. When it comes to Minnesota, right? I'm really like, as you said, the mayor's
Still,
retired. The mayor's retired now to his garage and stuff like that, right? But he's the
yeah,
governor. He knows that when I call him the governor, he's the
making
governor.
quiet money in the garage. I see you, York.
Hey, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, man. I mean, I will be popping though, but do your thing. Do your thing, the governor. Do your thing. We'll see you out here. But back to that whole immigration stuff, though, right? I think, it is just as I told the police chief yesterday, right? It's creating fear, right? And I mean, the community, this week when we came on Monday, I said, for me personally, I still believe in the promise of America, right? Everything shall pass. This country has been built on like 200 plus years, of the foundation of this country is strong, right? It's like all these targeting of immigrants, coming after immigrants, like coming after everyone. I read something like the directive from, the White House is, anyone and everyone. But dude, it's like that. The reason why I love to travel America, right? If you live in a hotel, you know who cleans the hotel? These Spanish folk don't even speak English, bro. You
They're
wonder
out
if
there working,
yeah,
out there
this one
working.
here is illegal, right? The food we eat, the fresh food we eat, is
Yeah,
like all of these places. So if you trying to target these people, who's gonna do
these
those jobs?
jobs.
Who's
Yeah,
gonna do them? So to
yeah.
me, I feel like it's just a show, right? It's like, hey, as you said, it's politics. It's just a show trying to put fear in people. But I think folks just gotta realize that, hey, man, this too shall come to pass, man. This too shall come to pass, right? I don't think it's gonna last. Personally, I don't think it's gonna last, right? They gotta do what they gotta do. It's politician, to your point. They gotta do what they gotta do. I've always said, right? I mean, since the beginning of this year, as I said, during the campaign, they ran on this thing. They said they were gonna enforce immigration. That's what they ran on. And folks thought, to your point, it's a joke. It's not gonna happen. Someone is
Hmm.
campaigning on something that they're gonna do it, and then you overlook it and say, oh, it's not gonna happen. Guess what, man? If it happens, why complain? But the only way you can change that is, there's an election this year, but only in two states, right? In New Jersey and in Virginia. But there's a midterm next year. If you don't like the way the country is going, if you don't like all of the drama, all of the chaos, all of the tariffs, all of the immigration crackdown, if you don't like it, man, you can go to, you can go next year and vote. And that's what our folks also, right? We here at Inner Circle Podcast, we have tried to emphasize this. Folks need to take politics seriously in this country, man, especially the immigrant community. They need to take politics seriously. Go out there and vote, right?
Politics is really your life, especially
Dude,
the local politics.
exactly,
It's
exactly,
it's really your
exactly,
life. Yeah, if you don't
exactly.
want to be
And,
on
and
that federal level, get involved with the local politics. It
yeah,
really, it directly impacts us on a daily basis.
it
Our
does.
kids at school, the
Mm-hmm,
city, everything, just everything, man. Utilities, I'm telling you,
mm-hmm,
everything, it affects us. And a
mm-hmm,
lot of that stuff can be changed if we're really collectively involved,
mm-hmm,
just like those other folks
mm-hmm,
just out there attending those different gatherings, those meetings. They're voting. They have they're lobbying with politicians, local politicians,
mm-hmm,
for their interests. You
mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
well, this is your life. So if we just hear and say, "Oh yeah, let people do their thing," I mean, the decision that they make, the people who participate, is going to affect all of us. And
exactly, exactly.
we have such a
And you,
great number, man.
yeah.
We can really shake we can shake this down if we want to. If
Oh
we
yeah,
really come
definitely.
together, we can shake some tables out here.
Yeah, yeah,
But we need
definitely.
to mobilize. We need to
Yeah,
mobilize. And we need to make our voices heard. We need to make our power
yeah,
visible
yeah.
in these areas. But
Definitely,
absolutely,
definitely, man. And shout out
absolutely.
to our
I think the
sister.
LA governor trying to sue Trump or something.
Yeah, he already sued. He already sued the
He's,
administration, right? But
he's saying,
shout out to our sister, Nakita Ricks in Colorado. She's a state representative. She should have been here tonight, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she should have been here tonight. But she's going to be here a week from tonight, a week from today, right? It's like she's a Liberian American. She's a state representative
nice.
in the state of Colorado. She's having an impact out there, right? It's like we Liberians, man, sometimes, especially the African immigrant community. Oh, I don't like politics. Dude, in America, politics and business go together, and that's what determine our life. Right
Yeah,
now, they may not deport everybody. If you see,
yeah,
some of them could be
yeah,
here, or they have done travel ban. I feel for my Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters because Sierra Leone is dear to my heart, right? Sierra Leone has a partial travel ban, you know what I mean? Or
yeah.
To our Somalian brothers and sisters, man, is like they are putting a whole
Man,
travel
that's
ban on the
crazy.
whole country, bro. Yeah, that's country. It's like you say I don't love politics, but guess what? The folks you vote for will put policies in place
No, old
that
travel
will
ban,
affect your
bro.
life. Yeah, a whole travel ban, bro. You look at a whole country and say, nah, you're not coming to
Yeah,
America.
yeah. Well, hmm,
You say you're not coming to America, bro. But that's that, right? That's the protest going on right now, immigration crackdown. But to all those affected by that, our prayers to you. If you want to protest, though, just do it peacefully, right?
peacefully.
Don't go burning stuff. Don't go looting stuff. Don't try to give immigrants bad name. Oh, they got bad name. The people who can commit crime. Yeah. Don't try to do that. Protest
This
peacefully,
man,
right?
president, already said we're doing all the violent acts out here. We're eating the
Yeah.
cats and the
The message,
dogs.
the message we invade the country,
Hey,
even though as I said, I'm
president.
a
Hey,
man, message.
president.
No, I'm a man though. I mean, the message we invade the
Hey,
country,
man.
right? But dude, who invading
You
the
know,
country, right? We all
and we're
contributing
bringing
here. We
so
know
much.
that.
We add so much value to this country,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
There will
yeah,
be no America without immigrants. So,
yeah. But I think sometimes we are our own worst enemy because we are not telling our story enough, and that's what the Inner Circle
that's
podcast,
why we're
and that's
here.
what your platform is here for, right? To tell
That's
our
why we're
stories,
here.
right? To amplify, to empower, and to elevate. My man Jimmy York, man, you
Excellent.
gotta come out. You gotta come on here and sell that garage, right? Folks be talking about that garage.
Jimmy
But
York
I
will
tell
host Jimmy York
where
on
the after
Monday
party, how
in
the
the
after party
entertainment.
stuff be popping, you know what I mean, and
I'll
stuff
talk
like
to the
that. But
doctor. You need to come on here and talk
the
about.
gov, the governor,
Yeah,
that's my
man.
man, that's my man.
The minute had entertainment. The whole Minnesota on lockdown, bro. When it comes to entertainment,
But the minute know how the succession plan.
bro.
Sometimes that thing,
Yeah, I
that
will pass the
yes, the
torch,
thing, though,
man.
right? As the men's elder statesmen, right? They needed to groom
Exactly,
their beginner to do that thing, and they
exactly.
retire, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But there's no succession planning, so we gotta have a better
We'll hear from
succession.
the man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
hear
No,
from
we'll
him.
have a better, to him and Rap Turbo, his boy
Yeah,
Rap
Raf too.
Turbo,
Yeah,
you
TC too.
know,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and stuff like that.
You
So
know
you guys,
what's going
and
on?
one of their boys, Samuka, but here Samuka is in Phoenix now. He's
I
doing
think
his
he
thing
went to
out there.
Phoenix. Yep.
Yeah, he's doing his thing out there. But shout out to all the promoters, man. You guys gotta do a better job, man. The community
Yeah.
needs you everywhere in this country. The community needs you. But here's the other one though, right? That I will come to, and shout out to our lady, Huda. Huda is gonna be coming on here. The
Hold it,
legislative
man.
session just ended, and she's gonna be coming on here to give us an update on her achievements, all the things she did this year. Did she bring anything back to the community because the community elected her to go
Would
out
love to know that.
there? Yeah, want to know what did she do for the community? And guys, man, I visited. See, I've been in Minnesota. I ain't gonna tell you how long I've been here, but so I've been in Minnesota, right? I visited thanks to Huda though, thanks to my girl Huda, I visited that place for the first time. I went out there,
The
bro.
capital.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I sat down in some stuff there. I hear the money people calling. I said, Che,
Man,
you know what I
playing with
mean?
numbers.
I
Oh.
said, yeah, dude. I said, these people sit here and just they tell me our lives, bro.
Man, playing with numbers. They
Yeah,
man print money in the country.
yeah. They put to tell me our lives. And then we sit down and then we complain, oh, resources are not coming to our community, oh, the people don't care about us. But dude, you go out there, is that the people that are advocating for their various communities, right? I said, now I see why the Caucasian got an advantage over us.
Oh yeah.
I
No, but
see why.
don't even stress with Caucasian. Just look at the Asians.
Or even the Somalian man is like, hey, shout
Oh, the
out to,
Somalians, yeah, our own
yeah, you know
neighbors,
what I
our
mean?
own
Shout out to
neighbors,
Mamu No, you know what I mean?
our own neighbors.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You
Stuff
know,
like that.
I was talking to Mike Elliott the other time. He's the
Okay.
former mayor of Brooklyn
Yeah,
Park.
yeah.
He was giving
Mm-hmm.
me some insight, right,
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
just the essence of being represented. Do you know the activity that we have in the soccer community here? How big
Mm-hmm.
it is,
Mm-hmm.
and how it continues to grow every year.
Yeah.
It's still self funded by the community. Do you know how much the Hmong community receives every year for their soccer events? That don't even be popping like ours.
Because guess what? The monk, you know how many monk
They
representatives or
have
senators?
representation.
I get your point.
They have
Guess
representation.
what though? Guess what? The funniest part is, and nothing against the monk community right here. Kudos to them, congratulations to them, right? Even in Broken Park, right?
No,
The
we're just,
senator,
we're
I
just
mean the
giving
senator,
props. We're just giving props where
right?
it's
I mean
due.
the senator that's representing Broken Park is a monk.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine that. I
So
mean, so
these
they have
people
representation.
are they're strategic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Every community has a representative, right, of that
mm-hmm.
community to back up and send somebody to the house, to the capital. So they're not. It's not just one or two Asians there. It's
No,
multiple.
oh, there are many.
It's multiple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In
There are
our
many.
community, come back to our community. When one of us try to go over there, we start fighting among ourselves already. Look, we have to look at the bigger picture, my man. I don't care what issue you have with that guy. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, the benefits that are going to come back to the community that will impact you, your family, it will be bigger than what you've ever seen being represented by somebody who do not look like you.
Yeah.
This is how
Yeah.
we need to be thinking. We need to start thinking on a larger level. Not oh, this man did you. As soon as you see a brother trying to go for a seat, now you know everything I may not do, all the negative thing you know about him and his grandma.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to my man
You know.
Winfrey Russell though, right? He has tried so many
Well, no,
times,
just to
right?
put a number on that, they're
Yeah.
receiving over $1 million just for their sporting activity,
Wow.
and
A
that's
million
not
dollars for
loan.
food activity.
Over $1 million.
Yeah, is it?
It's
Hey
not a
man,
loan; it's a grant, free money.
and you tell me, folks say that oh politics don't matter. As I said, I went to that capital. I was just like, really? I've been in Minnesota, I've not been to this capital, but this
You
what
heard the
just be
number, you
happening.
give up.
And thanks to my girl Huda though, man. It's like thanks to my girl Huda. She said, Abe, you gotta come out here. You got to
Water
see
is
what's
currency.
happening. You got to be at the table because these people they are eating us for a meal. You got to be at the dinner table. And I
Man,
saw that. I said, "Hey, who that?"
I'm
I
on
said,
the
"Guess what,
menu, bro.
man?" I said, "Guess what?" I said, "Guess what?" So long I'm here, man. I'm gonna make sure because you are encouraging our community to step up,
Yeah,
right? You are encouraging our community to step up. So I think kudos to you, man. Shout out to my girl Huda, and shout out
sure.
to Winfrey Russell, though, man. That dude has tried so much, but he needs to kind of, I know he's doing his thing out here.
We
He also
change
needs to
strategy a
kind of
little bit.
yeah, strategize, man. Reach out to the community. It's like I mean, our people sometimes let you to they want you to break quota with them. They want you to drink beer with them. They want you to they want
Yeah,
you to hang out with
you
them. They
gotta
want you
assimilate, brother.
to
You have to assimilate.
yeah, you know what I mean. Come out to the community, man. We need to support you or whoever, all of you
Mhm.
guys, all to our Liberian brothers and sisters who have political ambition, whether in Minnesota, whether in Texas, whether in Arizona, New York, Pennsylvania, wherever, man, to our in Colorado. Again, shout out to our sister out there, Nakita Ricks, doing her thing, you know what I mean? So like we need to support our community, man. Is that we are born kids out here. Most of us are citizens, but we don't participate in the process, right? It's like if we want to have support, if we want to have resources, I mean, just look at the power the Somalians have just in Minnesota, though, right?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
how to gain that power? It's through politics,
yeah.
it's political power that they have. And so everywhere where the people have penetrated human services, right? Everywhere they there, you go there, you see, you say, you
Mhm.
want to do like Minnesota
Yeah.
Housing Authority is head about Somalian.
Look at that.
Imagine.
Look at
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Imagine.
The
You
whole
know,
Minnesota House in the 30.
Housing Authority, bro, is headed by a Somalian, right? He's part of Governor Tim Walz's cabinet. You just got to look at these things, man. Is that we need to be represented here. I know some of us want to go back home, run for political office, do this, do that. We want to say, oh, I don't want to be battle with politics and all those stuff. Man, we need to get away from that, man. We need to be represented. We
We need to
need to focus.
mobilize.
Yeah, we to mobilize. And we here at Inner Cycle Podcast, we try to do our part, right? Bring the movers and shakers everywhere you
Yep.
are, right? As I said, like that next week, a week from today, we are bringing Nikita Rickson here. She will explain some strategies, how she got there and how other librarians who have that ambition, who have
Hmm.
such an idea can get there. And I'm looking at my man, the doctor. Doctor, maybe you can start with Coon Rapids, city mayor. Who
Hey,
knows? Or city council and stuff
who
like that.
knows? Who knows, right?
Everywhere right here,
Who
everywhere
knows?
right here. Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Yep.
But
That's a start.
that's,
It will
yeah, yeah.
surprise you to know how many Liberians are involved with local politics. Even in Raleigh, there's a Liberian representative there.
And we need to feature them though. You see,
Yeah,
sometimes my
you
frustration is
know,
though, right? No one know about these folks. And sometimes they get in the back. You don't know the power in this
yeah,
America. There's the richest country in the world. And when you have your people in places, connect with them.
gotta connect.
You gotta connect with them and let us amplify them. Let us amplify their voices. Let us empower them and let them come and say, look, then they will be more enthusiastic. They will be more passionate to,
Yeah,
to advocate for us. But the reason why they're not doing it because
yeah.
the men feel that when you come to the community, nobody respecting it. So the man acting the American man said, man, I want to be a deliver with you. Because the American is say, oh, look at that. They say, oh,
Man,
look at
you're
that man there.
way
Yeah.
beyond
It,
up there. You want to associate
exactly.
with
The
you.
man don't want to be a identifier with you. The man want to be a identifier with you. So folks, but anyway, that's that. Next though, man, this is summer
I
of
like it. I like the
2025.
flow.
Yeah, this is summer of 2025, right? So we're in the summer months. Minnesota seems to be a little bit. I mean, the weather you're not cooperating. Sometimes I be wondering. I say, why do I live in
Man,
Minnesota?
this
You know what I mean, and stuff like that. But in the summer months, man, what are some of the things you think you know of for sure that are going on? And shout out to I know you're part of Elite, Ali. I was asking about all the Minnesota, you know,
artists and stuff.
once upon a time, man, the man had a hits. Oh my Minnesota
Yeah.
man, what happened to those dudes, man? But anyway, but what popped in the city, man? Shout out to my man Ali, though. You know what I mean? So you always give me a hard time. Yeah.
Ali, yeah, Ali been doing his thing for sure. Like I said, man, we got to bring these guys on here and really
Mhm,
just get the word out of their mouths. Like what's going
mhm.
on. I know Sean P still doing his thing though. Sean P is, he's still working.
Okay.
He has something going on recently with a couple of other men at Franco. You
Hmm.
know, all
Hmm.
the men they're still working together. I think he just came up with a new joint. Even when what's her name? Sarah and Cully were doing their thing.
Yeah. Oh, the
Shumpy
man
came up
be
with
done already.
he came up with a song.
Oh shit.
He came up with a song called Justice for Cully.
Oh
It's
shit.
nice.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Okay.
nice,
Okay. Yeah.
But Shumpy, man, when he comes, it's like he can bring a song that will take the whole summer. Like it's like an
Yeah.
anthem for the summer.
He
So
needs to do
that
one, man.
man,
He
he's
needs to do
doing his
one.
thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I really gotta. We have to reach out to these guys
Mm.
and bring them to just come and speak to that community as well, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ali
Yeah.
been away from the studio for a little bit. He been busy back and forth,
You
LIB
need,
and here. So, but
man, you need to tell these
I
guys,
think he'll
man.
have something cooking.
Yeah, focus on here and entertain our
I think
community.
he'll
I
have
mean,
something cooking.
we work so hard in America where folks want to enjoy. Man, shout out to Sean Peter, right? Is that if you're doing your thing, if you're in studio, if you are
Yeah,
job
Sean
ahead,
B's still
man.
cooking, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, let us know, man, so you can tell the community. But man, I mean, 2025, man, what's in store, man? Especially in Minnesota, right? I know other places be popping, but what's in store for Minnesota, man? I know you're out there. What's in store? What's going on? What
I
are some
mean,
of the yeah? What are some of the
we're on the street. We're on the street. So this July 26th stuff coming up.
mm-hmm.
Minnesota, man. The activity is just too much. June alone, I can't keep up, bro. I be skipping activities. Yeah, I'm old. I
Yeah.
can't keep up, bro.
I tell I tell
I be
people I tell
skipping
people
activities, man.
I tell people
Graduations,
yeah
weddings,
yeah
all
yeah
these things happening, bro. The city is too busy. I
on
can't
Miss
keep up.
B, when Miss B and I were on here on Monday, right? For the entertainment segment. She was host. You know why? because she attended so many parties that she couldn't count them, and that's how Minnesota is. Minnesota will overwhelm you. Minnesota will overwhelm you. Okay, there's this,
Easily,
there's that, there's that. You just gotta pick a spot. You say, hey, you know what?
easily overwhelm
Yeah,
you.
you know, you just gotta ease yourself out. You say, you know what? I ain't got that strength anymore. I'm
Yeah.
just going to pick my spot and relax here and have my fun. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do and stuff like that. So, but that's how it is. But that's
Let
how
me
it
let
is.
me
And,
let me tell you, just
mhm.
in 2 minutes. Let me tell you what Inner Sargo has though. The
Yeah,
plan,
yeah. Go
for
ahead. Go ahead. Go
summer.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
June is already busy, but we
Mm-hmm.
have a flagship program coming up, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
mentorship program that we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to launch in Minnesota. Again, when you talk about succession plan, passing the torch, and
Mm-hmm.
mentoring these youngins who are after us, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, Inner Circle is coming up with a program
Mm-hmm.
where we're going to be connecting younger ones, who aspire to businesses, who aspire in their academic journey, just
Yeah.
different areas. Well, we got, I mean, we got too many daughters in, you
Yeah.
know, who are
Yeah.
in different disciplines,
Yeah.
street smart, book
Yeah.
smart, hustle
Yeah.
wise,
Yeah.
too many mentors we have in
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota. So Inner Saga is really trying to launch that program where we can take the hands of the younger ones,
Mm-hmm.
groom them and
Yeah.
just sharpen them up, into whatever they aspire to
Yeah.
become.
Yeah.
June is really busy for the Inner Circle schedule, so
Yeah.
we're looking at July, August to launch this program,
Mm-hmm.
and we pray that this will be a really great program for the Inner Circle too, and for our community. It's
Yeah.
really for our community, man. Because
Yeah.
bro, how many more years we really got here? They men about to come take over, and
Yeah.
we must leave a legacy out here, from entertainment to entrepreneurship to guardian counseling,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like academia, career, different
Yeah.
careers,
Yeah.
trade, university, whatever. We have the resources in this community, and we'll be talking more about it, in time to come. But
Okay.
that's one of the biggest project that we got coming.
I think that's a great initiative, man. That's a good initiative,
Yeah,
right? I hope, I mean, definitely, I mean, kudos to you for doing that, and to the inner circle team, kudos to you guys for doing that.
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
a great, great initiative. But to the listener here, man, right? We'll talk about this on on Monday during the entertainment segment. The video actually he's gonna be starting at 8, but he's gonna be here on the 25th at the Armory.
Oh,
Yeah, on the 25th, July 25th, July 25th, that's when the video is going to be here at the Armory.
that's
And
dope.
and guess what? That's July 26th weekend in Minnesota, you know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah. But that's when
somebody.
the video is going to be here. And Miss B, talk about this more on Monday. But
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, it's like it's gonna be popping out here in Minnesota. The men you hear it when if you hear the men you hear in the club, bro, all they get them be. I said, dang, But the video, when it comes to Afrobeats, man, that dude is doing his
That
thing.
man
You
got
know
a
what I mean?
strong fan base.
Yeah, he's lighting it up. But Miss, it's like so. We talk about this on Monday during the entertainment segment, but the video is gonna be in Minnesota on I think July 25th, not the 26th, but I think it's July 25th.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like, he's gonna be here at the Amway in Minneapolis,
Right.
and the tickets are on sale. Miss B got a VIP. If you want to know more
Mhm.
about this one,
Yeah, Miss
probably
B.
she got a
More
VIP on it.
into the
Yeah,
fries.
exactly. Oh, we got the entertainment at the Omo era, and things like that. So yeah, but the video is gonna be in Minnesota, and things like that. In July 25th, I think it's the actual day. So, and we'll talk about this during our entertainment segment on Monday. But
That's
the other
nice.
thing, yeah, the other thing here though, right?
Well, since you just talked about tour,
Yeah.
let's not forget to just re-highlight the tours for two of our Liberian artists,
Okay.
Jay Zeno
Mm-hmm.
and KCW. They're
Okay.
touring. They're
Okay.
touring the states right now. I think they'll be at different cities. Different
Mm-hmm.
dates.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be out here doing. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe this is Jay Zeno's first tour. I've never heard of a tour with Jay Zeno before. And it looks like I didn't see Minnesota on his schedule for some reason,
Yeah.
but
I
he's gonna
think
be.
Miss B
Hopefully,
said he
we
was
can make
Miss
some
B
kind of
said
adjustment there.
Miss B said he was here last year, so I think that's why maybe that was intentional because I
Oh,
think yeah they said he was
okay,
here last year during the bottom
okay.
of breath phenomenon when the bottom of breath was trending at time the making. and you're trying to butter everybody bread. So yeah, yeah, stuff, yeah. So when the
Right.
butter my
Okay.
bread, when the no Johnny will butter my bread, that's when you hit the Twin City, and
Oh
that's the
yeah.
best
Okay.
time to hit the Twin Cities, right? Because all the chamone will be on you. Then they can go. They say, "Oh, me so that chamone, me so that get
Yeah,
it."
take
Yeah, I said,
time. Yeah, take
"Ooh,
time,
slow
man.
your roll, slow your roll."
Take
When you
time.
travel visit, you think about it when you travel visit. Oh, you're getting down and be sponsoring you. I say, really, really?
You don't know. You don't know.
I say, really?
You
I
don't
say,
know.
oh, they get him Minnesota, be sponsoring them man. I
Mhm.
say, che,
Who you be
really?
around?
Yeah. I said, but I know maybe you gotta
It
go show
just
me
speeds
one
of your
guy.
circle, man. Who you be
Yeah,
around?
don't believe all the negativity. The
Yeah.
minority, right? The minority be causing so much. No, don't believe that. Man. Don't believe when they be
Yeah.
causing each other
Other
for
than
men.
yeah, don't disrespect.
Nah, yeah, don't do respect. Don't do respect. Don't
Don't
do respect that,
disrespect.
right? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But though, the only thing, right, as we try to wrap this thing up, but first of all, shout out to our girl Miss B. That woman is about
Sure.
to tattoo her man
Oh yeah,
on
she
her
took the
body.
bet.
She took the bet, and we're already at 200, man. First of all, if you haven't
Oh
subscribed
man,
to the YouTube channel, man, you gotta go and
the
subscribe.
bet was a motivation for sure.
This bet was a
The people that
motivation,
we get.
And Full has been subscribing to that thing like 50-50. So Miss B, I texted her today though. I said, hey man, have you set the appointment yet? You I texted her and
You
I reached
show
out
her
to
the
her.
number, eh? You show her the
Yeah,
number.
and I reached out to her husband. I said, man, I said, you're the luckiest man alive, though. That
Yeah.
your knee is about to be tattooed.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and stuff like
Get
that. So,
tattoo. I get
yeah,
tattoo. What
so,
you want to
so,
tell me?
so shout out to Van, the husband, and shout out to our girl Miss B, for doing that. I mean, a lot of these girls don't want to do that, right? A lot of these
That's
people don't
dope,
want to,
man.
yeah, but hey, Miss B, man, shout out to you, man, for being brave.
That's the ultimate
Doing
for
that.
real.
Yeah, yeah, that's the ultimate love right there. That's the ultimate. If you say you love somebody, tattoo them, tattoo that name on there, tattoo that name on there to
That's a
prove your
different.
love.
That's different.
That's a whole, hey,
That's different.
that's a whole nother love down there, man, and stuff like that. But man, my man title has been great. We've been having fun here. That's what this platform is about, right? Having
Yeah.
fun, discussing different things. Lastly, though, you know what I mean. You and I into the basketball thing. The NBA finals is going on.
Oh
Lastly, man,
man.
who's your pick? This year, right, is that one of the things that's going on there, right? People are saying, oh, because it's not a big market, it's not the LA, it's not in New York, it's not this,
Mhm.
it's not that. But the game is still fun though, right? It's like SGA
You see how
and
competitive
Tyrese,
this shit
the
is?
minute, I mean, the minute doing that thing though, man, stuff like that, right? Indiana and Oklahoma City, shout out to those cities, man. All the African immigrant out there, shout out to you, right? Support your
Yeah.
team, stuff like that, It's about who's your pick?
Man, for some reason, I just want that SGA picking to just win now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's worked so hard all during the season. He been taking the MVP
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but it's a dog fight. You can't sleep on Indiana, bro. The minute they're not letting anybody just come out here and take, bro. Everybody's just going in hard.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
leading right now, though.
Yeah. 2-1.
Indiana is
2-1.
leading right now 2-1, and
Yeah.
they're serious, man. They're not
Mhm.
sitting down for anything to just happen like that with them. They really be going in. But I
Mhm.
feel like once OKC picks it up, it's gonna change, and I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
I want
Well,
those kids to win, man.
you rooting for them. They might not sit down there tomorrow. They go down 3-1 because Indiana will knock
It'll
them
be
out of the park.
hard.
Indiana is going to knock the,
It'll be
Indiana will
hard,
knock them out of the
man.
park if they say that down. They go down 3-1. But anyway, shout out to
It'll be hard.
all the African, especially the Liberian folks in Indy. Them Indy be popping though. Last July, I was
Yeah,
the Indy man. That place there was a low spot man was popping.
yeah,
Like some of these as like so there was some Nigerian DJs where they came from Nigeria, right? Went to a spot. So Nigerian DJs, man. I said, dude, man, them men came. The men were doing that thing in Indy, right? And shout out to my sister out there at Winner Bass, shout out to you, and stuff like that. But Indy be
nice
popping, but hey, like you, to me though, right? It's like whoever wins, I'm happy for the two cities. I'm happy for
for
Indy.
sure, for
I'm
sure.
happy for Oklahoma. I'm happy for the youngsters, Tyrese Halliburton and SGA. SGA, man, he needs to win it, right? Whoever wins, man, is like,
Yeah, I want that kid to take a ring, man.
really, really.
He's gonna
They
work
may
his
already
new
want
revenue
MVP, but
source.
they may already want MVP. But anyway, right? In the NBA,
Let him measure in the work by get it
okay,
done.
okay, okay.
You know, he's
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
man. He got so
yeah.
much of a promising future ahead of him.
Sure,
And
sure, sure.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
way he's just the leadership ability too that he's showing out there, it's
Mhm.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing how he gets
Okay.
all his guys around there just working so hard.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
again, Indiana is a dog, bro. This is a dog fight.
It's a dog
No,
fight. It's a dog
this
fight.
is
So
a
as I
dog
said, right?
fight, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Oklahoma got to make sure they tie that thing up 2-2 tomorrow. Other than that,
Get better, man, or else
yeah,
it's a wrap.
yeah. It's a done deal. It's a
You got
done
an
deal.
Minnesota team up with on it. Okay.
But but as we answer the question,
And
Miss
I
B
go
promised.
Burgo.
Yeah,
Go back.
Miss B promised us, right, that she's going
Special
to.
episode from the tattoo spot. I like
Yeah,
that.
she promised us that this
I like
happen,
that.
right? So yeah, so we'll be coming live from the tattoo spot when Miss B is tattooing
Yeah.
her husband name. I mean, what
Someone said she's
love,
doing it on her finger.
really,
Yeah. Like a ring.
really, wait, visible to everybody.
Yeah. So
Boom, boom,
everybody can
boom,
see
boom,
it.
boom,
Yep.
boom. So that what, but I wear the man pick
Me
because
too.
I'll pick a different spot. Though. If I was saying, I'll pick a different spot. But
Ah,
anyway,
thank God you're not a man. Thank God
everybody got different choice, right?
you
So
get
that,
a
but
hard time.
yeah, but ready, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll be coming live from the tattoo spot. No worries, we'll be coming live from the tattoo spot when she's doing that thing. But that's what love is, right? And she took that bet. 200. So if you haven't subscribed yet, man, go to Inner Cycle Podcast YouTube channel and subscribe so you can see Miss B
Yeah.
coming live tattooing her
Listen,
husband.
man.
Tattooing
It's
her
gonna be
husband.
dope.
It will.
It's gonna be
It
dope.
is. Yeah, it will be dope.
But let me
And
say this though, Minnesota,
yeah.
get ready. Inner Circle will be coming to you on the road.
Oh yeah, it coming.
Our equipment coming. There's somewhere we're not sitting on it out. We're
No,
coming
we're gonna be on
to
that
your
field.
activities.
We're gonna be on that
Y'all
field
gonna be on here. We're bringing
everywhere.
this
We're
thing
gonna
to
be indoors
y'all.
everywhere. Yeah.
Get ready, Minnesota.
We'll come everywhere. We'll be at Jumbo interviewing
Coming.
folks. We'll be asking them why you love the club so much. Why
Yeah,
Jumbo be popping? Kind of
yeah.
purple rose. What's up, purple rose? Why the DJ in purple rose
What's
can't
up
be
with
playing
that
some good
place?
music, bro?
Cool environment and everything,
Yeah,
but
well,
what's up, bro?
a DJ be fucked
Maybe
up.
Jimmy, y'all need to go there and go tell.
Yeah,
Oh,
the men retired now. The only thing the men don't do is succession plan. And we'll come to the garage to Jimmy
yeah,
York garage and say, Dada, why you retire and I telling people, and I've been on succession plan, to your beginning,
yeah.
the thing that used to
Giving
be
the
in the
man the
community.
rope. Why you
And
not
to my
giving the
man,
man the way?
Rap Trouble, man, you guys used to be big out
Yeah,
here, do
follow
your
them.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Stuff that I do is that you guys gotta the thing is, right? They think we all there'll come a time you gotta retire. That way you gotta be a succession player.
you have to.
You can't
Can't
oh
keep up, brother.
yeah, yeah,
Can't keep up.
yeah, so yeah. But but as we wrap up here, man. Today is Thursday, not even Friday in Minnesota though. Today is Thursday.
It's
And here this
Thursday.
week today is popping, right? So when it comes to summer park, Minnesota be popping with so many activities.
Man,
So many activities. You get tired with activity, right? And stuff.
man.
But so if you're in Minnesota visiting this weekend, enjoy, man. Even though the weather is not great, it's gonna be raining, but the parties it will still be going on.
Yeah, the
You
parties
know,
won't stop for sure.
shout out to Jumbo, shout out to Purple Roll, shout out to all the. I
My
hear that a
man,
lot of
Young T
good
over
clubs.
there at Jumbo.
Yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
all the good. Is it there are a lot of Afrobeats clubs popping up in Minneapolis there, and things like that. I mean, folks be doing their things, man, all over
we
this
got
place.
this new spot downtown called I think G or something like that.
Okay, okay,
Be
okay.
popping with some I'm piano too.
I see that. See that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But man, that's it, man. There's a 1 hour show, and we're gone 1 hour having fun, touching every topic. But man, as we close here, man, Tyler,
yeah.
what's the
That
message?
time flew right by.
Oh, that's how it is, man. We've been having fun. We've been having fun out here. Inner Circle Podcast, man. I tell people this community is growing, man. We got movers and shakers coming on here. We got, for us, our focus is only on the diaspora, though, right? What's happening, what we're doing in the community, the movers and shakers and stuff. So, but as we wrap up here, man, Titus, what's the message you want to do with the folks tonight on the special open mic edition? What do you
Absolutely.
think you want to tell the folks?
thanks for having me here tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. It was really fun just reading some of your comments. Again, shout out to Wayne, Marcia, Chima, James Etta, Dr. York, you know what I mean? Amanda, Fuel, everybody on here for hanging out with us. We're going to be bringing the podcast to you this summer. Do not sleep on us. We bringing it to you. We're bringing our equipment. Next, let's learn to mobilize for the bigger cause, right? Don't focus so much on that man's skeleton. We need representation at the highest level. But first, let's start with the local level because that impacts us directly, right? They're doing it. The Somalians are doing it. The Asians are doing it. We have the number. We have the power. We can do more. We can do more than what they're doing. Okay. Shout out to all the kids graduating. Not forgetting the parents. Your support will forever be remembered in those kids' lives. The sacrifices you go through, it'll be remembered forever. So thank you for those kids and shout out to the kids. You all are doing very well. Lastly, Father's Day coming. Put that sauce and bazaar away. We're not taking that. If you get tattoo our Nina on you. No, but for real, step your game up, ladies. What y'all be doing? When Mother's Day come, before y'all wake up, y'all just be shocked. Like y'all might be blown the things that we do. You know? Damn, I gonna see sauce and bazaar. No, step your game up, make that man feel special. You know that man. You know what he's doing. Appreciate that man. You already don't appreciate him on a regular. So I appreciate that man, make him feel special. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Great closing message, man. Titled, I enjoyed that. Great closing message. But folks, this is the Inner Circle podcast, right? As I said, it is a growing community. Thank you so much for hanging with us tonight. Man. The only message I want to leave with you guys tonight. Happy Father's Day. As I said, Peterson myself talked about it here last on Tuesday. Fathers don't get enough love, you know what I mean? So whatever
Yeah,
you do this weekend, man, give them that love, right? Ladies, man, even if the man can get on your nerve, man, Sunday get him that love. And
appreciate the man.
as my man said, not that whole restaurant, that boxer thing there, throw
Yeah,
that thing out the window. Get him a different flavor this year. That's our appeal. That's the Inner Circle podcast appeal to you this year. Get him
yeah,
a different flavor. And again, shout out to my girl patient. She gave her a different flavor this year. Oh.
yeah.
That's the kind of
Patience.
people we live in that's the kind of people we need in the community, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But folks, man, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day,
To
guys.
the single mothers too, right? Doing your thing, to the single mothers doing your thing out there, man. We should also appreciate you on this Father's Day because you're playing the role of a mother and a father. You're doing everything, so
Certainly
we appreciate it, shout out to you and good work, continue to
doing it
do it.
now.
Yeah, we acknowledge you for that. So but folks, we're gonna be back here tomorrow for our social segment. That social
Yeah.
segment be late. Win that frisky. Win be
We more shot.
your thing or more sharp. And she'll
Yeah.
be here. She'll be here tomorrow at you though. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been great. Titles, man. It's, as always,
Yes,
man. It's
sir.
always great conversation. It is you, man, that helping us to grow this platform and stuff like that. So thank you so much, brother. And
Thanks for
folks,
your
thank you so
commitment,
much for
brother.
joining us. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. We are here 5 days a week, right? We want to grow this thing. We want to make sure it's where you come to get your entertainment, your news, or whatever. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. So good night, folks.
Thank you guys and good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ciao.
In a circle podcast where hearts unite, sharing our truths.